Hello there, kvCORE team admins and owners. This is Annalisa with Inside Real Estate, and I wanted to show you how you can leverage the new advanced email editor when you're sending messages out to your own team within kvCORE. So you can see on the upper right, I am logged in as a company admin, and I want to message my agents some information. Maybe I saw that Inside Real Estate released a video on the app and a new development on how to add the marketplace reports via the app, and I want to make sure everybody sees that. So I can actually take that information and build in that content into an advanced email editor. So I'm just going to click on agents here, which is going to bring up the expanse of all of the agents of which are within my company. And there's a couple of things. Into individual folks and send a mass email to these particular people, 3 selected, or I can de-choose everybody, so make sure nothing's checked over here, and I can just go immediately to email all and then click in to my advanced editor. Now from here, when this loads up, we're basically given a blank template of which we can build. Now, if we're looking for something specific that we want to use, we can drop into this template up here above. And when you look at these icons, every pencil icon indicates it's related to the basic editor. Or you can scroll on down, and when you start to see the masonry tile or logo, looks like 4 blocks. These are all templates of which are associated with the advanced email editor. So we do have some templates built in that you can actually choose and utilize. So I'm just going to choose generic, or I mean, you can choose any of these. If you have a newsletter you're sending out to your agents, or building for your agents to send out a new listing you want to make sure everybody is apprised of, etc. You can do all of this information that's built in for you. So from here, I just want to start from scratch because I want to build some content in to add a text box, an image, and a video. So from here, we have a content panel already here. So I can actually, this is where it's going to be landing. So what I can do is say, I want to build a row and pull content in to fill a specific space. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this one here and pull it over and drop it in place. So now I have a foundation of which I can place my content into. So it may help you, for a visual person, to kind of think of these rows as like the foundation of a house. This is what you're building up on. So this is like the floor, the foundation, and then all of the content we're adding are going to be different elements of wants that someone might want to build into a house, right? So you got your text, image, buttons, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my text and start building my house in this email. So I want to drop my text into this section. So you can see as I pull this text box over, it's telling me if I drop the text there, it's going to drop that block directly under, drag it here. You see that blue line across here. If I move further down, if I drop it there, it's going to drop it within this segmented row. If I pull up here, you'll see the drag it here has moved, and that's where the text block will end up. So I can go ahead and let it go, and it dropped there, and I don't want it. So all I have to do is just click this little trash can and say goodbye, out of here. So now I have my text block in here. And the neat thing about the text block is before you start typing out your information, you can actually pop into your regular settings. You can go into content, rows, settings, and your general options for all of the settings, like as a default, can be set here. So if you know your hex codes or your specific hex code for a background color or a color for links, you can actually drop those in here. So like really easily, if you want a black background, it's just basically #000, and that makes it a black background. You can also, you know, for continuity wise, change up the color instead of having it be transparent. You can add in a hex code, or you can even click in and choose an optimal color. And what you'll see here is the black background color is giving us the whole definition of the email itself. And the content area background color is giving us the background within that row we dragged inside. So you can have 2 different colors here, 3 different colors, whatever you'd like. So from here, I can also choose my default font, which is kind of nice. So you can see it changed to the Lucida Sans, or I could change it to Georgia, Tahoma, Arial, all as a default action, which is pretty handy. Now, when you're looking at this from the perspective of how is this going to look to my folks when I get it, this width here is actually optimized to show you what the optimal view is for mobile. So when this is sent out, the email view is going to include everything that includes this black background section. But the preview for mobile is going to show you everything within these structures here, like this red section, this little white box, this little white box. So if we go to preview now, this is what we've added so far, not a whole lot, but I wanted to demonstrate the difference. So everything with the black sides is going to be within the email. Everything within the red is going to be mobile. So we can check this by clicking on desktop or mobile here at the top right. So you can see here the red block will be showing on mobile, red and black on desktop. I'm going to go ahead and close this by clicking the X to get out of preview. And now we are effectively back within editing this advanced email editor. So let's get some more content in here and change up some block information with font colors and so forth. So let's go ahead and click into content. And let's take care of this text first. So you can actually click into each individual text list or text box, or even if you're adding a button, you can change the content on top of a button to read something differently to change up the information. So I can go in here and say, well, actually, you know, I want this to be 18 pixels and I want this to have a text color of navy blue, or maybe I want it to have a text color of white so it pops out from the red. I can also choose a background color if I need to outline it. So now you can see we've got the red background, we've got the highlight and the white copy. And if I want to change it back up, I can just highlight it again and remove that background color. So at this point, I could say, you know, heads up, there is a new feature for the mobile app. Check it out. And this is something you could send out to your folks. Now, maybe I want to drop an image to show people where they can find more information. So on kvCORE and K+, but via our chat system, we send out these conversations to everyone. And they can read these anytime. So we can see here that we announced the live editor here and some other platform updates. And you can say, hey, don't forget to check your platform updates. Here's how you find this information. And of course, we put it on our support portal. We email it out to everyone. We drop the updates on various places. But this is a good habit for people to get into to check that sidebar for conversations. So now I can actually drop a photo here, but I need to add the bucket for that photo to land because we have the content, but I have to bring over the image placeholder. So I'm just going to drag it over and drop it into that. Now, when you first initially add an image, you need to drag it into this spot. You don't browse and add. The browse and add will only work after you've started building your image library. So we're going to go ahead and drag an image in. And from here, I'm just going to grab this photo and drag it in. And it's going to upload into that spot. And it might take a moment to manifest, but it'll pop in there. So now you can say, check it out. Don't forget to check your chat conversations for updates. And you can say, here's where you look for them. And from there, now we can add our video. So now we need to go back to content and grab our video placeholder to build on top of that foundation. And now we just need to add the video URL. So I can go back to YouTube, where we have all of our updates located, and I can share the link, just grab the link. And the neat thing about this is when we update these, we say, here's what it's about, and here's more information. So, they'll be able to access content in regards to. Now, when I go back to this, I click into Add Video URL, and a menu specifically for this is going to land here on the right. And when I click outside of the box, that's what's going to drop that video in there. Now from here, depending on the color of the video or the color of the photo behind the video, you may want to work on playing around with this icon. You can actually switch it up to round, rectangle, solid, light, dark. So you're going to want to make it show up, as best it can via, on top of the photo of which is landing. So now if we want to take a look at this, we've got our call to action, our message, our video. We can just click preview. Take a peep at what we added in here. This is the desktop view. This is the mobile view. And then if you want to send yourself a test, you just click send test here. And the system is going to send you an email of this particular preview to you in its entirety, so you can take a look at it from an end user point of view and see if you need to edit it before you actually send it out. And then once you are good to go, what you can do is just click send here at the bottom right, and away it goes. I hope you all have a great day.